I have no hairspray, nothing, to tame this long ass hair right here, and it's pissing me off. So if my hair's just on one today, apologies. I'd be looking like something out of Bug's Life with my messy ass hair. You know, no matter what lipstick I wear, it always ends up on my teeth. Hey, it's Mel. I hope that you're doing well. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the disappearance of Mike McLean. His full name was Michael. He grew up in Stamford, Connecticut, and had a loving family. His mum is Paula Judkins, his dad is Edward McLean. Mike was a 29-year-old man who ended up moving from his parents' house to Manchester, New Hampshire, though he still stayed in contact with his family. Mike weighed 190 pounds. He was 5'10", had brown eyes but wore green contacts. He had brown hair in braids and had multiple tattoos on his arms and hands. Michael was the kind of person who had a funny sense of humour, he joked around with his friends a lot, and he enjoyed basketball. Michael was described as a kind, good-hearted man who was full of life. Mike graduated from high school in 2008. He then attended Hesse College and earned a bachelor's degree in criminal justice. Mike had a job working with Easter Seals, which was an organisation that worked with teens and young adults who had disabilities. Mike specifically worked with kids who had autism, and he was a great role model. On the evening of the 20th of April 2019, Michael travelled to Nashua, New Hampshire, where he and two friends spent the night at the Tropical Lounge nightclub, located on West Hollis Street. Michael left the club at 1:30 a.m. and was seen on video at 7 different locations on West Hollis Street, and he was alone at the time. Why he was alone, I'm unsure of. I mean, he did go to the club with 2 friends, I believe. At first, it was thought that Michael left the club and tried to break up a fight between 2 women in a parking lot. One of them he knew. However, this information is slightly incorrect. Michael did leave the club. However, he did not break up the fight. He did know one of the women, but he did not get involved. After Mike left the club, he is said to have called his boss, who he was close with, and Mike said to his boss on the phone, quote, "They're after me, more than one," end quote. The phone call ended, and when Michael's boss tried to call Mike back, she got no answer. Mike also sent 3 text messages to his neighbour, which read, "Help Lou R" and "Help Aloof," and the last text message read, "Eldridge bro," end quote. From these misspelt text messages, bear in mind he was at a club, he could be drunk while texting these, but in the last text message he is believed to be referring to Eldridge Street, as this street is located near the Lounge nightclub. That same night, Mike's friends tried texting him multiple times, and after 45 minutes getting no answer, Mike's friends returned to Manchester. Mike was last seen on video surveillance on Bancroft Street, in the area of Riverfront Landing apartment complex, as he walked out of a parking garage located at the rear of the apartment complex and out of view at 3:30 a.m. on the 21st of April. This is the last known confirmed sighting of Mike. On the 22nd of April, Mike did not show up for work or call his family, and he also did not call his sister on her birthday. The family at that point then knew something was wrong, because Michael, even if he was going somewhere, would not just disappear without telling anyone. And it was also odd that he did not show up for work. All incoming calls on Mike's phone went straight to voicemail, meaning his phone was off. As far as we know, Mike did not deal with drugs or alcohol. He was not dealing with any mental health. He had a good life and no reason to leave it. From what I can gather, Mike was not in a relationship. He did not have a partner. Now, on the website findmikemclean.com, it states that Mike left the nightclub, saw that a fight was going on in the parking lot, though he did not get involved. There was a big crowd of people, and the police did not arrive at the parking lot until 1:45 a.m. on the 21st of April. The friends that were with Mike on the night he disappeared said that they got separated from Mike during the crowd and the fight. Mike's dad, Edward, believes that his son may have left the club on foot, as his car was parked at a friend's house in Nashua. Soon investigators got involved and looked at Mike's phone record. They learned that Michael's phone last pinged 0.4 miles from the nightclub, around 2 a.m. near a 24-hour McDonald's drive-thru on Hollis Street on the 21st of April. Investigators have suspected foul play, and they are unsure on whether Michael was the person to send those 3 text messages to his neighbour or if they were sent by someone else. I don't know if Michael had a lock on his phone or not, because if he didn't have a lock on his phone, anyone could just pick it up and use it. According to a witness, they reported seeing Mike talking to an acquaintance while travelling towards the McDonald's. According to this witness, Mike made no attempt to tell this person that he was in any distress. Mike appeared to be waiting for a ride. There is also surveillance footage of Mike near the McDonald's on East Hollis Street on the 21st of April at 3:20 a.m. So this was before the time he was last seen. Mike's parents travelled from Connecticut to New Hampshire to talk to anyone involved in the case and to search for their son. Search parties were made and people searched on alleyways, highways, water sources and even underpasses. Sadly, this led nowhere. Since Mike's disappearance, there has been no activity or movement on his credit cards or social media. Investigators also thought that Michael might have drowned in a river. However, Mike was a very good swimmer, and his parents do not believe that this is the case, plus his body has not been found. In September 2019, volunteers of an organisation called Lost and Missing helped Mike's parents to put up hundreds of missing persons posters of Mike in hopes of getting more information. As far as I know, the case remains open, yet police and investigators are unable to determine if foul play or anything criminal in nature occurred. Since April 2020, sadly the case has gone cold and there have been no recent tips. So that is the case of Mike McClain. I got majority of my information from findmikemclain.com. On this website, Mike's parents have a notice board, and Mike's mum in particular has wrote again and again notes to her boy saying, "I miss you every day, I wish you were here, my heart is broken." I've read some of the messages on that website and it made me really emotional, because as a parent, hearing that your child has gone missing regardless of their age is an awful thing to happen, and I really do feel for the family. If you have any information on the whereabouts of Mike McClain or his disappearance, please contact the Nashua Police Department at 603-594-3500 or the Manchester Police at 603-668-8711. I hope for the family's sake Mike is found. I do believe that he is probably still alive somewhere. I'm going to leave all the contact information down below. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye.